Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
How do you think your reception will be today out there?
I don't know. It's actually my reception when they announced it. I think went better than I anticipated. So I got some backers. I think along the way. But there's some folks too that were glad to see me go. So hopefully most of those don't show up tonight.
This is the state of the union, or the Jays. So how do you think the Jays look this year?
Well, good. I think the state of the union is sound. It's in good hands, and they've done a lot of good things here that you can tell by the excitement that is being generated. And that's legit. We put together a pretty good team here. Now we just got to go out and do it. There's no guarantees, but so now we got to do it on the field.
I know when you were talking about this rotation, obviously, you're very happy about that.
Yeah.
But you had said at the time when you got hired that you weren't naming your starter, but I heard that you did today on TSN. Can you talk about your starter and why the decision?
Yeah, we'll go with RA. He earned that. He won the Cy Young last year in the National League. He's won 20 games. It's just a natural fit. We could go with any of them and feel good about it, but I think he's earned that. Anytime you win 20 games, so nothing more than that. But we could use any of them.
With spring training coming up, it's also World Baseball Classic. Is it a big concern because you don't know a lot of these guys too well that maybe a fifth of your starting lineup's going to be doing that?
Yeah, that's not ideal, but there's nothing we can do about it. So there'll be, hopefully, well, you never know. Might be some pretty good teams out there. They may go to the end, but hopefully we can get them back soon, and then, we can come together as a team. But doesn't do you any good to complain. It's been very successful, and we'll just deal with it.
Have you had a chance to get to know many of the players? I know on the winter tour you got to know a few of them.
Yeah, I was out there with Rasmus and Hutchinson out there in Edmonton. We were all out there freezing, but I've talked to most of them on the phone. It's Jansen was here last time I was here. Adam Lynn, so those are Aaron Sebia. So I know those guys, but the other guys, it's going to be new for me too.
Can you talk about your rotation and just your thoughts 1 through 5?
Well, we'll probably go Morrow. If I was to say today, it could change. Maybe Morrow, Burley, then Johnson, and then Ricky at the end there. I'd like to try to split up our left-handers. Morrow's coming off such a nice year here last year, especially before the injury, and so that's kind of, if I was to say today, that's probably how it would go. But you know what? You can pitch them all anywhere, and it wouldn't be you feel pretty good about it. So you can't win in this business without a lot of pitching, and we got that now.
Is it nice having a rotation though, where you can just put
Yeah.
whatever and it's going to work somehow?
Yeah. Well, you never know. You hope it's going to work. We think it would be in the end, it'll be a very, very good rotation.
Speaking with the players too, do you ever remember hearing players and you yourself being so excited for a season?
That's kind of what's gone on in the city and the country is kind of carried over to the players too. Because everybody knows going into a season whether you have a legitimate shot to win or not. Everybody talks the optimism, and everybody says the right things, but very few teams really have that legitimate chance, and we think we're one of those teams. So and the players know that as well, and so that's kind of where they're getting that feeling.
Talk about optimism, but also there's pressure that comes with that. How do you manage that in the room, knowing how much is expected of you guys coming into the season?
Well, a lot of these guys there are a lot of veteran players. They've been dealing with pressures since they got to the big leagues. They know how to do that. So, my job as a coach and manager is don't let them get distracted. Stay focused on what we're trying to do. And there's pressure in this business, in any professional sport. So you deal with it, but don't get distracted by it.
Mentioned talking to some of the players and getting to know them. You talk to Jose much, and how confident are you and excited to have a healthy Jose in the lineup?
Tell Batista?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've talked to Jose on the phone a couple of times. He's doing well. He's down there hitting in Dunedin. We're gonna keep an eye on him. We're not gonna push him. But let's face it. I think, he's one of the perennial top hitters in the game right now. Without him, it's a good team, but it doesn't quite look the same. So we got to make sure he's healthy on day one, and that we have him for the bulk of the season.